This video is a tribute to Mrs. Victoria Gowon, former First Lady of Nigeria, symbolizing grace, strength, and compassion. Her dedication to women's and children's welfare and nation-building inspires many. The image used here is AI-generated and represents the values she and her husband stood for, not her true likeness. Focus on the message, as her legacy is one of unity, kindness, and service. Behind every great leader, there is often a partner who shapes the story from the shadows. This is the tale of Mrs. Victoria Gowon, the woman whose quiet strength helped navigate Nigeria through one of its most challenging periods. As First Lady, her compassion and resilience were not only pillars of support to General Yakubu Gowon, but also a guiding light for the nation. From humble beginnings to shaping history, this is the remarkable journey of Mrs. Lady Victoria Yakubu Gowon. What does it take to be a true pillar of strength? Let's uncover the story of a woman who touched the heart of a nation. Stay with us to learn how her legacy continues to inspire generations today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more captivating stories of Africa's unsung heroes. Behind every great leader, there's often an equally great partner. Mrs. Victoria Gowon, wife of General Yakubu Gowon, Nigeria's former head of state, was not just the First Lady. She was a pillar of strength, quietly shaping the course of history in her own way. Victoria Zakari grew up in a humble family, far removed from the political spotlight. Her early life taught her the virtues of compassion, humility, and resilience, virtues that would guide her through her future roles. Fate would bring Victoria together with a rising military officer, Yakubu Gowon. As their love blossomed, little did they know the path their lives would take, entwined with the fate of an entire nation. In 1966, Yakubu Gowon became Nigeria's head of state. As his wife, Victoria suddenly found herself in the national spotlight as First Lady during one of the most turbulent periods in Nigerian history. But Victoria was no stranger to overcoming challenges. During the Nigerian Civil War, Victoria Gowon's role became even more significant. She led efforts to support those affected by the conflict, becoming a symbol of peace, compassion, and unity. Before she became First Lady, Victoria was a student of nursing science at the University College Hospital, UCH. One day during her exams, she fell gravely ill and was admitted to the hospital. But her determination drove her to leave her treatment and write the exam, despite her condition. "You silly young girl," Professor Ladipo Akinkugbe, the renowned physician and university administrator, scolded her sternly when he found out. "Go back for proper treatment. Your health is more important than any exam. We will arrange for you to write them later." Victoria, with immense gratitude, listened to him. This encounter would later be an unforgettable moment in her life. Years later, as First Lady, Victoria returned to UCH on an official visit. As she greeted the staff, her eyes fell on the same Professor Akinkugbe who had once scolded her as a student. With excitement, she asked, "Sir, do you remember me?" Professor Akinkugbe smiled and responded, "Yes, I do, Your Excellency." "That's your silly young girl," Victoria said with fondness and went down on her knees, just as she had done as a student, to express her gratitude. The professor, bowing in respect, replied, "Welcome, Your Excellency." This heartwarming moment was a testament to humility, kindness, and the importance of treating everyone with respect and care. After all, only God knows what tomorrow holds. Throughout her life, Mrs. Gowon remained close to Professor Akinkugbe, whose guidance was invaluable. He was not only a friend, but a vital part of Nigeria's medical history, contributing significantly to the nation's healthcare system. Even after General Yakubu Gowon's time in leadership ended, Victoria continued her work as a humanitarian. She became a driving force for health, education, and social development, always guided by the lessons of humility and compassion. Victoria Gowon's life is a lesson in humility, strength, and the power of caring for others. Her encounters with people like Professor Akinkugbe showed her that true leadership is about service and the well-being of others. Balancing the responsibilities of being a First Lady and a mother was no easy task. Victoria's devotion to her family never wavered, even as she shouldered the immense responsibilities that came with her role in the national spotlight. Her strength at home was as significant as her contributions to the country. As a trained nurse, Victoria was passionate about improving healthcare across Nigeria. She championed initiatives that addressed infant mortality, maternal health, and public health awareness. Her efforts also extended to education, especially for young girls, where she advocated for equal access to learning and opportunities. The Nigerian Civil War deeply affected the nation, but it also impacted the Gowon family. Victoria often visited displaced families and war-torn regions, offering comfort and resources. Her actions during the war humanized her role, showing her deep empathy for the suffering of her fellow Nigerians. After the war, Victoria Gowon's focus turned to healing the nation's wounds. She participated in peace-building efforts, advocating for reconciliation and unity. Her humanitarian work helped bridge the divide between different regions and fostered a spirit of national healing. Victoria Gowon's legacy continues through the Victoria Gowon Foundation, an organization she founded to promote healthcare, education, and poverty alleviation across Nigeria. Through her foundation, she ensured that her contributions to the betterment of Nigerian society would endure long after her time as First Lady. The bond between Mrs. Gowon and Professor Akinkugbe remained strong throughout their lives. Their story is a reminder that acts of kindness, no matter how small, can leave lasting impacts. Professor Akinkugbe's compassion during Victoria's student days was a turning point, and their continued friendship was a testament to mutual respect and admiration. Victoria Gowon's message to future generations was clear: no matter where life takes you, always remain humble and never forget the power of kindness. Her life was a testament to those words, as she exemplified humility and grace, even at the highest points of power. Victoria Gowon's legacy lives on through her family, who continue to honor the values she held dear. Her children and grandchildren remain connected to the causes she championed, ensuring that her impact on Nigeria and the world will not be forgotten. Victoria Gowon's life reminds us that true leadership is not about power, but about service, humility, and compassion. Her legacy lives on not just through her family, but in the lives she touched through her humanitarian efforts. The story of Mrs. Gowon teaches us that acts of kindness, no matter how small, can leave lasting impacts on future generations. Her journey might have started in the background, but her legacy is one that stands at the forefront of history. If this story inspired you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share it with others. Join us next time as we continue to celebrate the hidden heroes who have shaped our world.